When I arrive at the mall, I see the sentinels hanging around near the escalator. Ara's in the middle of the group, telling the group something, waving her arms around with a conspiratorial look. Looks like she's wearing her in-public disguise again. I've been watching this person for the past few days, and I think I found who we're looking for. It's Les. Ara, what are you saying? My work wife? You saw how weird she was acting this morning. Do you really think that's not suspicious? Come on. Even you aren't that dense. I mean, she was acting weird. Well, at work she's also been complaining a lot about magical girls. That might not be a coincidence. Exactly. Maybe you're onto something there. Tons of people complain about magical girls, myself included. And you're a little magical girl. That's not enough evidence to say it's her. Okay, I'm not 100% certain that it's her, but she's hiding something. A vibe isn't enough evidence either. Yeah, I agree. That's obviously not the only reason. Akiko and I are the ones whose magic is being affected the most, and we've been around Liz at the store more than anyone else. I don't think that's a coincidence. Plus, I've overheard her saying how much she doesn't like me in particular, and so she could be targeting me now after Akiko. Is that what this is really about? Someone disliking you doesn't make them evil. Get over yourself. Fuck you. This has nothing to do with it. Uh-huh. Are you sure about that? Hey, let's focus. We aren't going to get anywhere if we argue. Ara and KJ both grumble a fine and settle for glaring at each other. Anyways, until someone has another lead, I think we should investigate Les. We can look into Les, but we should keep our options open. If it's not her, then we're back to where we started. Everyone agrees with that for once. I'm not so sure if it's this Les everyone's talking about, but if we have a lead, why not follow it? I can do the investigation since I'm the one who brought it up. No offense, but I think maybe someone more level-headed should go. You might have some bias that accidentally comes through. And that includes you too, KJ. Fair enough. I'll tag along. If anything goes awry, I'll protect you, Akiko. Well, that sounds fine to me. You haven't even met Les yet. I think I should take someone along who recognizes her mannerisms a bit better. Someone observant. What about you, Miranda? You and I can do it together. Me? Well, Fine, whatever. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do it, Akiko. We spent some time making a plan for investigating Les. Hopefully this gives us the answers we need. Okay, we read another manga. Alistair jumps on my stomach to wake me up, demanding food. Okay. Miranda and I caught up with Les just as she left her house this morning. She has her camcorder with her and a bag full of stuff. We stayed far back and follow her as she makes her way a couple of blocks from her place to the park. Miranda and I jump behind a tree to observe what could she be doing here. So far, nothing out of the ordinary. I'm keeping an eye on what's in that bag. Miranda's right, because Lise has plopped herself down amongst the trees and up hits her bag. Out of it spills tons of sentimentality line makeup. That's a lot of makeup. Typical. I make one friend outside of all the magical craziness and she turns out to be a vain villainess. We don't know yet. We have to see what she does with it. Wait, what is she doing with it? Les dons the makeup in her way. It's all over her face like a kid playing dress-up imagination. Trust me, this is not yet out of the ordinary. Oh, well, it's kind of cute. She's always marched to the beat of her own drum. I like that about her. But what she's been saying lately about magical girls, has she ever told you why she feels that way? Huh, she hasn't. She has, actually. Maybe there's something she's experienced that you don't know about? It can be hard to talk about the pains of our past sometimes. I don't exactly look back all rosy on our fighting days, but I'm not turning evil all of a sudden. Like, she's talked about how she thinks, like, magical girls are, like, make magical girls and villains, like, ruin everything for, like, normal people. Like, I guess she hasn't been very specific. You're right, let's give her a chance to do whatever it is she's doing. God, it's so cute. She's so cute. Les has her camcorder out and seems to be directing some pigeons about their stage blocking. She's laughing, covered in makeup, filming pigeons. This is just odd. Should we just keep watching or confront her? Let's just keep observing. We should wait. This could be a smokescreen. It's a very elaborate and effective smokescreen then. It could also just be her being her. We hang back to see if there's more to it. Suddenly whips around with her camera to catch a pigeon midair. She spots us. Oops. Akiko and Miranda, wasn't it? What are you two doing here? Do you want to be in my documentary? Liz, what's going on here? Well, I couldn't find any real eagles, so I was doing a recreation scene for the climax. Liz's energy burns with passion, but her eyes are a bit wild. Liz, you're just making a movie? I used to make them all the time when I was a kid. I had to pretend I had a camera, and I played every animal in the documentary host, but it was great. It was the happiest time of my life. When she's not vying for world domination, but this is still extraordinary. I bent down toward the sentimentality makeup. Why do you need all this makeup? Don't touch that. I need it. I use it to turn myself into the animals. Miranda leans close to Les. I like what you did with your makeup. Les comes down. She smiles wildly at Miranda. Really? It's creative and cool. I did stuff like that when I was little too. You did? I really miss those days. I was happy, carefree, running around in the state park where I grew up, learning about ecology and animal biology from my parents. I keep remembering those days and wanting them back. And I'm so tired. I'm tired of being me. I'm so tired of worrying about the future. I just wanted to feel light and silly again. Tears started to stream down Les's face. Oh jeez. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know, it's probably dumb. No, it's not. It's not dumb at all, really. It's like, I know how that feels, Les. And I'm not always so good at talking about it either. I miss the past sometimes too. You do? Yeah, I felt powerful. People relied on me. I helped people, even though it was tough and the expectations kept mounting. There'll always be a part of me that looks back and misses those days. I keep thinking about them lately too. Les looks relieved at being understood by Miranda and me. Thank you both. I think I feel a little better. Miranda looks at me with a curious face as well. I guess she doesn't hear me talk about the past that much. Miranda pulls me aside. I think we can definitely rule Les out. We'll tell the others at the hideout later, but for now, you should walk Les home and make sure she's okay. That's a good idea. Let me walk you home. Thank you, I'd like that. I walk with Les back to her apartment where she's greeted excitedly by Mimi and Bobo, her sweet little kitties. I know they'll take good care of her for now. I promise to check in on her soon. As I leave, I know we've answered one question, but now so many more are popping up. Is this all connected to Magic going away, to the customers at the store acting weird? And who is behind all this? I feel more than ever that we can't leave this alone. I want to protect Liz, my team, and everyone. Because my gut is telling me that the worst hasn't happened yet. Alright. Is it time to retire yet? Welcome to Glamour Pop. Is everything okay? I've been in that office my whole life. I've wasted away my life in sales. Trapped in that awful cubicle. I wish I was a magical girl instead. Customer seems awfully down. Let's give her a sentimental soul, pal. This eyeshadow sample from Sentimentality shines just like the sun. Whoa, that perked them up. Those colors are just like the sun, like my days off on the beach. Give it to me now. Okay, alright, no need to get aggressive. We want to hang out with KJ. I'm going to get a drink. I'm going to go ahead and load it up. But I'm going to get a drink. This actually has a lot of text to it. I wasn't expecting there to be so much dialogue in this compared to like the other one. It's KJ's big night. I rush home to get ready. Alistair watches the judgment as I desperately assemble an outfit for a heavy metal concert. Alistair, what do people even wear to these things? Do I own any black clothes? I modeled my final 3 outfits for him, and he's unimpressed with all of them. Meow. Well, some help you are. I decided to simply embrace who I am and pick out something colorful. I'm sure that's what KJ would want anyway. I get the vibe that's what Alistair was trying to suggest too. After wasting a bunch of time on my outfit, I'm running late. I race outside to my apartment and leap onto the bus as the doors close. I then take the time to fuss over my makeup as the bus leans and bumps across the city. I try to go for something a little dark and daring since I won't know anyone else there but KJ. Why not experiment? Is this event happening in front of a lake? This looks like a lake event. I finally arrive and wow, this place is full of weirdos like us! The venue is a sea of black t-shirts, torn denim, piercings, and tattoos. Really? I cannot tell. I cannot tell anything from this image. Ah, the smell. It smells like a locker room in here. I can't breathe. Wait till you see the mosh pit. I order a beer at the bar and hang around people watching, waiting for the bands to start. The others look kind of intimidating at first, but after a few minutes observing, I realize they seem pretty friendly. Over the blaring music, I can just about hear joyful chatter and laughter. I think back to Jackie calling me one of her weirdos, and that must be how some of these people feel about each other. And you! I'm suddenly very self-conscious of being a lone twinkling star in a vast black sky. Well, she's calling herself a star, huh? At least KJ will know I showed up. Suddenly the stage lights beam bright and an announcer warms up the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the legendary Newcomers Night at the Crow Bar. The crowd cheers and claps. It's kind of sweet. Their beat is so friendly to new artists. I hope y'all had a wholesome, cozy, family-friendly Christmas. But Christmas is over, so let's make some noise. The crowd goes wild. The first band up tonight is from our very own Diamond Cove. Give it up for the debut performance of the Hellcats. The crowd applaud and cheer in support as 5 musicians walks on the stage and get ready. I spot KJ. Oh, they really went all out with like the Kiss style makeup. They went all out on their look for tonight. I'm so excited. I scream at the top of my lungs. That's my weirdo! Kill it, KJ! KJ looks up from their bass guitar and peers into the crowd. They spot me and smile, or is that a blush? Some people in the crowd clock that we know each other and laugh. I think that was a good laugh, right? The band finishes their setup, and the singer leans into the microphone. Never mind the Bollocks, we are the Hellcats. This first one's called Burn Away. The band begins playing, and my entire body is assaulted by a wall of sound. Thrashing guitars, pounding drums, crashing cymbals, pitch screaming. I forgot my earplugs at home. KJ tried to warn me. This is awesome. I put my hands in the air and go wild. The intensity of the music blows away all my inhibitions. I feel so alive right now. I gotta agree with KJ. Music is speaking to me on a totally different level than pop music. When the first song is over, I give my best screech owl hoot in approval. My drifting thoughts are interrupted by another wall of sound, and I regret not having my healing powers to undo whatever damage is being done to my hearing. This time, it seems I am not alone in my suffering. A minute or so into the song, I start to notice the crowd around me losing interest in the performance. Wait, is this not what normal heavy metal music sounds like? I literally have no idea. KJ is really going at it, like really going berserk on stage. Are they feeling okay? I don't even think they're keeping to a beat anymore. The rest of the Hellcats look back at KJ in a mixture of frustration and concern. They try to keep the song going, but KJ's frenzied bass playing is throwing the whole song off rhythm, whole band off rhythm. What's going on? The crowd starts to boo and jeer. Many more stand in awkward silence. Fine, fuck you then. In a fit of rage, KJ smashes their bass guitar to pieces on the stage floor. They take a moment to wipe up some tears and regain their cool. They then walk right up to the edge of the stage and lock eyes with me. Princess, we're leaving. Let's go. A stunned silence follows, and every single person in the room turns to glare at me. What the heck did I do? I was just watching. KJ storms away backstage, brushing off any attempts the bandmates make to help. I get the sense this may not be the first time this happened. I make my way outside, avoiding eye contact with everybody. I find KJ's motorbike and wait for them there. What the heck took over them? I've never seen KJ that angry before. I really hope it wasn't anything I said or did. KJ arrived a few minutes later, looking totally defeated. They didn't even take off their stage makeup. Should I say something? Are you okay? What does it look like, Mom? Of course I'm not. I totally ruined it. They let out a long sigh. That was not cool of me. I'm sorry for how tonight turned out. Thanks for coming all the way out here for me. Let me give you a ride home. Sure, but do you want to talk about what happened? Thanks, but the ride will give me time to think before we talk. I do my best thinking while I'm on my bike. Mind if I take the scenic route home? Sure, if that'll help. Yeah, it would. Thanks, Akiko. We saddle up, and KJ takes me on the long night ride around Diamond Cove. The waterfront is strikingly beautiful at night. The pale moon rests high above a calm, ink-black ocean, and the golden lights of the city glitter like stars on the water. The scenery is enough to distract me for a while. A diversion from what I'd witnessed back on the stage, and what kind of conversations could be waiting on the other end of this late night ride. I hold on to KJ tighter to protect myself from the cold December air. I wonder what's going on under their helmet. For all I know, they're crying their heart out, but I can't tell. After about an hour, we roll up outside my building. KJ kicks off their helmet and seems to be in a better mood. I kinda like being your personal chauffeur. I'm sorry it's so cold out. Mind if we go inside and have that talk? I'll put on some coffee. I had a beer about an hour ago. What could go wrong? Oh, you don't have to do that for me. I want to have the energy to listen to what you have to say, and that long ride home made me a little sleepy. Okay, princess, lead me the way. Lead the way. It's pretty late, so we try to stay as quiet as we can. My roommate is the worst when they're tired and cranky. Meow. Cozy little place you got here. Thanks, it's kind of crappy, but it's mine. We head to my room and sit in the bed together. Alistair is sleeping away in the corner, so we keep the lights off. Yeah, I can say kind of crappy, but it's still mine about a lot of things right now. Tonight's performance, for example. Yeah, about that. We've been rehearsing for weeks. And right at the most important moment, I totally lost it, with everyone watching too. What were you thinking when I lost it on stage? Scared me? I'm not gonna lie, KJ, you scared me with how angry you were. I'm so sorry, Akiko. I really don't know what came over me. I don't know if I'm the one you should be saying sorry to. Fuck, you're right. But I also want to apologize to you too. I made it about you by yelling that we were leaving. Has this happened before? Only at the last rehearsal, but it was much worse this time. For some reason, I started picturing my dad saying how disappointed he is in me, and Boy Young looking down on me for no matter what I do. And then I picture you and how... Akiko, I would never hurt you. I know that sounds like empty words, but for real, please believe me. The anger it was all for me. The fuck you was for me, for my stage fright. And you were there watching, and I was so ashamed, and it all built, and then I had a total meltdown, and now I've got to pick up the pieces. Like, have you ever felt like you were finally getting on top of things, but then out of nowhere it all breaks, and you can't figure out why, and now you look like a stupid little child? Oh, for real? Sorry, I meant that as a rhetorical question. I'm not done talking yet. Sorry, zipping it. Is that real rude? Am I speaking out of turn? Shit. Sorry, thanks for being patient with me. Anyway, I was so excited to see you, princess. When we all met up again at the park, I had to play cool. And then again tonight, I've always... Shit, I can't say it. Fuck, what is with me lately? I'm all tangled up in knots. KJ's eyes filled with tears again. Behind that intimidating mask and makeup, and all the tough attitude, I recognize the ghost of a shy and awkward person I used to know. I have been saying the word fuck a lot lately. this game specifically. They sit for a moment, breathing slowly and composing their thoughts. Akiko, do you know why I call you princess all the time? I think it's better to let them... I think I'll let them say it. I took my vow of silence and I'm sticking with it. I grasped KJ's hand in both of mine and give them a little smile. They stare deep into my eyes for a moment, and I see a sparkle of joy behind the tears. Yeah, it's something like that. I really like you, Akiko. I always have. Like since we first met. Do you think everyone else figured it out? Oh god, I can only imagine how much Boy Young must have bitched about it behind my back. Why didn't nobody tell me they knew? Focus, KJ. You're right, sorry. God, I'm really an open wound tonight. They draw a deep breath. Like, it's okay if you don't feel the same way about me. I've been at peace with that for years now. Like, I did all these changes for me first, authentic self and all that. We only have one life after all. But when you gave me that call to come to the park, I don't know what happened, but all I could think about was how you were going to react to me riding up on my motorbike. So, Kiko, what do you think? About you? They slide a little closer to me and give me a longing look. Yeah, do you like me, the real me? Maybe kissing is not a good idea. I mean, I don't know. She's in a they're in a very emotional state right now. I'm not sure KJ is in the best state to be making moves. Yeah, let's cool down the heat. See, they're not the only, I'm not the only one that's like, this is a little too fast. I try to cool the heat. Having the squad back in my life has been one of the best things that's happened to me in a long time, even if it's the result of something weird going on. Seeing you and how much you've grown into yourself since way back when. It's incredible. You're incredible. So yes, I like the real you, KJ. I can tell that meant a lot to them. Even if you do look like a panda right now. Thanks, it's nice hearing it said out loud, you know? The panda part? No, idiot, the other thing. I'll say it again sometime then. That would be nice. Yikes, it's late. Sorry for keeping you up, and for ruining the night. It didn't ruin it, not for me. My band, on the other hand. That's a problem for tomorrow. But, thanks, Akiko, for listening. I'm really grateful you were here for me at my absolute worst. This has got to be in the top 10 weirdest days ever. I walk KJ downstairs and watch as they warm up their motorbike and ride away into the cold night. Every time I think I finally understand KJ, they find new ways to surprise me. Today was a lot. Okay, so I didn't get to do the second thing because I did KJ's event. I give Alistair a half-hearted wave. Between looking at Les and work being off, I deserve a moment to chill. Isn't that right, Alistair? Meow. Yeah, I miss when you were able to talk. Alistair is pawing at my television set. TV, huh? I thought you'd be meowing for dinner first. Trying to catch a cartoon on me lineup. The light shows. Not until 9. Let's do the soaps. Meow. Alistair looks a bit offended. I'm joking. I'm just as invested as you in Jen and Dawson's relationship. I fish the remote out of my bed sheets and flip on the TV. Alistair jumps beside me and pushes his paw into the remote. He's trying to change channels, but his motor skills need some work. It's adorable to see him so determined. Channels blip by slowly until DCTV5 news pops up on the screen. You want to watch the news? It's a special program about former magical girl squads. For decades, communities across the world have owed their peaceful lives to the work of enigmatic magical girls. The residents of Diamond Cove fondly remember the service of our now retired sentinels put into achieving peace. Alistair looks totally engrossed in the program. I guess it's nice to feel appreciated. Today we'll look back on some exceptional magical predecessors who worked hard to keep the world safe. Petal Princesses, Fruit Fatale, and solo star Sweetie Honey. The program drones on about Petal Princesses, a trio of floral magical girls with purifying powers. Bonded together, they worked to put a stop on a magically enhanced automotive company that was responsible for drowning their city in smog. Black and white photos of the girls smiling towards the camera flash by the screen. They look proud of their work. The reporter speculates on the group's whereabouts now. It's been 30 years since their last appearance. A climate-conscious group from the 60s is pretty rad. They were totally ahead of their time. I grab a half-eaten box of crackers to snack on while the program continues. Maybe I'm just hungry, but I'm more tired than usual after work. Next up, Fruit Fatale, a bold, colorful group active in the late 70s. Stay tuned to learn more about the group's tragic end. Alistair is curled up in a ball on my lap. Apparently Fruit Fatale was led by Strawberry Sayori, a pink-themed magical girl with the ability to float. She was backed by 3 other fruit-themed girls. Muscat Marina boasted ability-enhancing capabilities. According to the program, she paired well with another member called Banana Brie. The 4th member, Avocado Anna, could absorb magical power from the enemy. I'm almost done with my sack of crackers. It's not helping much with energy levels. Not exactly seeing how the fruit theme is related to their powers. Fruit Fatale was on their way to becoming the best and brightest stars of the 70s. That is, until one fated day. Alistair ears prick up. A picture of Strawberry Sayori is shown, shifting from full color to grayscale. December 31st, 1979. Strawberry Sayori tragically lost her life after an accidental fall. Fruit Fatale was immediately disbanded, and the remaining 3 members have not been spotted in public since. The program continued on, speculating on potential causes of Sayori's accident. Why couldn't she stop her fall with her floating ability? Was she mid-battle with a terrible enemy? There's a queasiness that grows in my stomach as the reporter muses on the danger of magical girlhood. I think about close calls we had in the past. Some days we celebrated after fights. We felt like we were on top of the world. Other days we were exhausted. And we got hurt. Alistair, can we please change the channel? I'm not feeling this tonight. Meow. Sorry, bud. I'm super tired. I just need to sleep it off.